My name's Dom and I'm 12 years old. Once I got to 12 conference, I was having a lot of fun. It's really cool to be there with other kids who just love Jesus. I met Levi at small group at church probably a few months ago. My whole life I've been friends with people that are different and stand out. And so Levi was one of those kids like that, you know? For starters, he didn't even have a group first day. He came late, and so he never had a group. And so he didn't want to get back on the bus the second day. Why do I think that was? Because I think he knew that he had been different and that he only had one friend and he felt like alone, you know? I mean, and we all have in our life, so we can all relate. But he got back on the bus because God was working through me even when I didn't even know it to help Levi. So it was the like last few moments of 12 conference. Tim Summers was explaining the altar call and explaining like how to follow Jesus. So then God, I just knew that I had to do something, you know, when like God is calling you to do something and you know you can't decline it, you have to do it. And so God told me to go down with Levi and one of my other friends down the stage in front of everybody, over 3,000 people, and just kneel and just listen and worship. And so I brought Levi down with me, and as we were walking down, we'd already walked down, but we weren't to the stage yet, and he started doubting. So I said a little prayer over him, and we walked over and we knelt in front of everybody. With Levi and deciding to follow Jesus, he had been trying to do that for a while, and he didn't really feel like that he had made the decision properly. And then when he made that decision at 12 conference, he had finally figured out that this was the moment that he was ready to follow Jesus.
My perspective of the whole thing is on that last night, like this mom comes over knocking on my car door window, you know, and she's bawling her eyes out and says, "Are you Dom's mom?" You know, I'm like, "Yeah," you know, and she said, "If it wasn't for your son, my son wouldn't have got on the bus." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she told me the story that her son Levi had been struggling that morning and was trying, you know, he was showing up and trying to do the right thing, but really hadn't made those personal connections at the church yet, or maybe felt comfortable or confident. And the Lord used my son. He used Dominic, and he stepped up, and he could see that he was struggling, and he went out and he helped him get on the bus. To know that kids like Levi get to have a moment with the Lord, they get to attend 12 conference. Then, you know, he talks to his mom, and then he talks to his siblings, and again, this domino effect, you just can't put a price tag on that. When we give a Kingdom Builders donation, I'm partnering with God to parent my kids and to affect the next generation in a godly way, in a positive way. I want to partner with the Lord for things like this, to provide my son, my daughter, and other kids opportunities like this.
There's a war for our children, and things like 12 conference are the complete opposition to that and help bring more kids into the fold. I've been a part of a lot of different things in my life, but I truly, in this place, am a part of something so much greater than myself.
People have been investing and planning, and we didn't get to this place just out of nowhere, you know? So people came before us and invested their Kingdom Builders offerings so that my son could have an experience like this. And so I intend to do the same thing in the future to carry on that investment.
It allows us to really watch the kingdom grow around us. And in that place, I'm just glad to be a part of it.